3, 2, 1, end of test. King with a go.
Well, hello there, and welcome to another edition of Warbird Wednesday. My name is Fred Bell. I am the Vice Chairman of the Palm Springs Air Museum, and we are continuing to step down trainer lane. We've moved up into early jets, and today we're covering one that is fairly famous, the BAC, the Jet Provost. Now, the Jet Provost is right along the line of the T-33 and the Fuga we just covered. In the same time frame, all these kind of early transitional jet trainers. But first, I feel like a flight attendant, Jason. That's what I think. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to go ahead and kind of toss. This is quite dainty compared to some of the things you've thrown at me. Toss that off camera there. He catches it. Good catch by the Jason. Now the Provost. By the way, this is one actually that we are going to do. This is the T-37, the Tweet. I'm going to throw this up. Greg at home in post-production can throw up the Provost plan view. Now, these aircraft were really transitional, but they've had a longer lifespan. This airplane came in. Its first flight was in 1954. It was introduced in 1955. There were 734 of them built, and it was retired in the mid-90s, about 1993. Some of them are still running around in private hands, but the idea was the pilot and the instructor and the trainee pilot would be side by side. Good communication issue. You can see everybody. The aircraft handles fairly well, although we talked about before, the challenge with all these early jet trainers is thrust to power. The reaction time on the aircraft, the engines are quite slow. This one had a different variants. There are a number of different variants. Armstrong Sydney Viper engine, and there were different types of this engine as the airplane. This thing had a ton of variants. I'm going to talk about one that was interesting, quite interesting here in a minute, but they moved along, they improved because they were just improving things so quickly that they went through a number of variants, but at the end of the day, the designs only had so much life in them because of the fact that they were also early generation aircraft. Now, we have done the Percival Prentice. The British Aircraft Corporation Hunting Percival was designed. So good old Hunting would take bits and pieces of different aircraft and kind of borrow them and put them into the next design. They're not very intriguing looking airplanes, but the other side of it was they were incredibly sturdy. And that is going to lead me to my salute today as I put this tweet on its very interesting stand there. The salute today is all of these early British pilots that flew these aircraft. The English had been a real hotbed of design, and that continued through most of the 50s and 60s. But a lot of these airplanes, like I said, they were pretty dangerous. And in the Cold War, we were constantly changing designs, very similar to what was going on with the U.S. Air Force. So this is not a criticism, but as they were updating technology, these airplanes were pretty dangerous. They didn't really understand everything. And the English, the RAF, the various air services for Great Britain, the United Kingdom were the same way. So today I am going to salute all these intrepid English pilots with Filbert's pumpkin root beer. This sounds absolutely disgusting. I'm sorry, it is that It is fall. It is that time of the season. I can certainly see why Jason has gone that way, but I think he's torturing me because the last couple of ones that he gave me were kind of actually liked them. This one is 150 calories. Not really anything to write home about. No pure cane sugar, blatant advertisement. So to all of the pilots in the UK, I salute you, especially you intrepid early English jet pilots. What a great job. Here we go. Ooh, root beery finish on it. I can smell it. That's not horrid. Jason, you slipped again. Second sip to all of you brave RAF and Royal pilots, whatever you're flying. So these aircraft they were tough, these trainers, they were relatively easy to fly. As I said, the British just designers kept borrowing bits and pieces from other aircraft. In this case, it also went down the same role as a coin aircraft, counterinsurgency strike aircraft, and that it could carry weapons. And it even evolved into the BAC, the Strike Master, which has an aggressive name. Jason, I like that, the Strike Master. But with the about to the 1990s, like a lot of these other early jets, they went to the wayside, primarily because of technology, also fuel. They were very expensive to operate because they just sucked a lot of fuel. And with that, the BAC jet Provost went into the history books. Like I said, some of them are still being operated in private hands, and a few air forces. I'm not going to chase air forces around the world, but there are a few people still operating them, but it is pretty much gone. Now, if you want to celebrate the RAF, I have a book for you. It's called The Fighter Boys, A Battle of Britain. I love reading. This is a great book. Click on that link, and someone from the RAF will show up from your house and read the book to you. No, that will not happen, but we will sell you the book, and you can read about it and the daring exploits of those fighter pilots as they fought against impossible odds. So click on that link and we'll get one of these books out to you. Now, if you came across us on YouTube and you like one-take Warbird videos, kind of overview videos, we are your folks. Go ahead and send us off to people that like that kind of stuff. It's very minimal production. We do one take, we get all of it in, and then we move on to the next airplane. So if you like that, or you know somebody that likes that, send a link to them. Please give us your subscriptions and your comments. We love that. If you came across us on YouTube, give us a like and a comment. We will definitely take those into account. If you have suggestions on aircraft, we can certainly use that. We cannot do everything we do here. I'm standing in front of our propulsion display. Click on that link. We can always use a few bucks in donations, and we appreciate that. If you're teaching those kiddos at home, there are education links at the bottom of this for guides where you can teach a kid a single lesson or go through the whole thing all year long. Those education guides and their links are free, and they're attached to this video. We want you to use those. My name is Fred Bell. I am the Vice Chairman of the Palm Springs Air Museum. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
3, 2, 1, end of test. King with a go.
Day, all my fears have gone away. I guess this means I'm here to stay. Yeah, I'm ready to fly, ready to fly. a simulator. We'll teach you how to dance and be the perfect imitator. We'll give away all your music to the operator. We were born with a light to shine, and we can do it in our lifetime. And when we get the balance right, oh, we're riding on the satellite. I was walking down the park, saw them hitting the beat. The sound that emanated, it was really sweet. Told them of a shy young man bitten twice, and gave a little old school good advice. Pretending's not the thing, got to be yourself. Honesty, integrity, happiness and health. Bending to the needs of others ain't the way. Be true to yourself and let the music play. Come along and join us, we can plug you in a simulator. We'll teach you how to dance and be the perfect imitator.